All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We're the brothers out of Great Millstone, Atlanta. Back with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord willing, the lesson be edifying. Before we get started, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Kakadash.
I'd like to give double honors to our elders and apostles at Great Millstone. I want to say peace, safety, much love, and blessing to the occupant across the four corners of the earth that are pushing out this truth and sincerity and putting their lives on the line to do so. I want to say shalom to you, brothers. And this is basically going to be a response to a video that was shared by the brother. And it's from a YouTube page called Atlanta Street Interviews. And he was interviewing this guy, I didn't catch his name, and this woman. They're a part of an organization called Judah Jews. It's called YahJewJudah.com. All right. And the title of the video was "My Husband is Radical, but He's Not a Cult Leader." Okay. And in the interview, just to give a little background, the interviewer was really playing devil's advocate, when he was questioning them about what their stance is on the U.S. government and how their movement of knowing that they're, Israelites were going to take place and move the needle, so to speak, in a society where Esau Edom rules everything, and Jake is just looked at as a peon in this society. Jake is looked at as the bottom of the barrel, and nobody's really coming to our aid in order to help us. And we, as being in the truth, we know that. Nobody's coming to back us as Israelites other than Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Sure.
And we're not expecting any other country or any other nation to join forces with us in order to fight this devil. Because we know that this is a spiritual battle. All right, it's not carnal. So the interview guy, he was basically asking, okay, you guys know that you're Israelites. Okay, you know that the Lord was a so-called black man, and you guys want to get your artifacts back and become a nation. But how are you going to do that, basically? And, Jake was just having so many carnal answers to where they are signing a petition and sending it off. Now, this is what Jake be bugged out. They're getting a petition signed on behalf of themselves to present it against the government. To who? The fucking government. All right? Which don't make sense. That's why, us as being Israelites and having 100% truth, we know that we're in a phase of being the mouthpiece right now of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, we're just bringing out prophecies, and we're going out on the highways and the byways trying to wake up our people, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, by way of the scriptures. All right, we know that it's not a time to where any action will be put behind it until the Lord gives the green light. So if the brother got a precept,
We're radical.
okay, hold that real quick, bro. We'll get a precept and then we'll get into it.
I got a precept. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4, starting verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh.
Yeah, although we're in these chains of darkness, we do not war after the flesh. Go ahead.
2 Corinthians 10 and verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. So we're not going to take up arms and fight against this devil, for our artifacts back, to prove that we're Israelites, to get all the image that were whitewashed, that he placed himself in place of the true people of the Lord, by way of iconoclasm, during the Renaissance period. We know this devil has done that, all right? But our job is to bring out the truth, all right, and to bring down these strongholds that have our people in a chokehold that believe in the so-called white man, is their Lord and Savior, all right? Because when they pray to the Lord, they have a white image in their mind,
Right.
Blonde hair, blue eyes, that's not the image. We know that, all right? But we're not physically fighting against this devil to try to combat that. We're doing it spiritually by bringing out the truth, all right? And the chips will land soever the Lord may see it. Because we're right now we're fishing, all right? Just casting the net out, bringing our people back, through the scriptures, and the Lord is going to do the sifting. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, this is Micah 2:10. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest."
Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. All right, the America is not our rest.
Mhm.
So we're not seeking to for approval
Yeah.
of this devil and trying to establish our own nation
Mhm.
within his system.
Right.
All right, we're arising and departing from this place spiritually, because we know it's the valley of the shadow of death. All right, and we know that this blood, so like this land and the current setup was gained by blood, by way of our people.
Yep.
All right, so we're mentally bringing ourselves out of this system. All right, not celebrating the white man's holidays. Not partaking in certain goodies that this devil is offering us. To keep us in a sleep state of mind.
Mhm.
We're not partaking in the bread and circus to a certain extent in this place. All right, and if we do, we know that it's just for a time. We always keeping the scriptures at the forefront of our mental. So that's what it means by arise and depart, for this is not our rest. Not getting on a private jet and leaving America. All right, because there's still work to be done here in America by bringing out these prophecies. What you got, bro?
Okay. Oh, continuing on, it says, "Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction."
Because this place will pollute you. It'll destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
Mhm.
Because everything that's around us is filthy. All right, and contrary to the scriptures.
Yeah.
It's some more.
Nah, that was it.
That's it.
Mhm.
It was a little more on that one or not.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verses 4.
Uh-huh.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal,
Yeah.
but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds.
Yeah, because the interviewer kept saying, what does the judgment entail? What are you guys willing to do in order to get these things that you proclaim that the so-called white man owe to you? Like, what you guys gonna do? Because they're not just gonna give it up without a fight.
Right.
So Jake expecting a nigga to, get a Draco,
Yeah.
get an FN,
Yeah.
and gather all the niggas on the west side of Atlanta, and stand up and fight against this devil,
Mhm.
which we know is going to be a no. They're not going to prevail, because the Lord is going to do all of the action.
Yeah.
All right, He's going to put action behind us, and if we do anything, it's going to be through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, not of our will or anything carnal that we want to do. Because if you leave it up to us, shit, we want to get down right now. We want it. We'll see. You might, you get that feeling, but we know we got to hold back. Until the Lord gives us that green light.
Because majority of people, and I'm gonna say this, man, it's coming from Atlanta street interviews.
Mhm.
Right.
When they interviewed this lady, it was in 5 points in Atlanta. If anybody knows about Atlanta, 5 points. They got tumbleweeds going to that part of Atlanta.
Mhm.
So, a lot of people, man, they think that this the weapons of warfare are carnal. We're not in a carnal spirit, and we just got done doing the lesson about Sakari. Those guys are carnal. ISUPK is carnal. All these other camps that rebuke and admonish to the spirit is carnal, because Esau's coming with it, man. They got this guy who used to be the president. Now he coming back. He about to go in.
Mm-hmm.
Esau is about to have his last hoorah. So for you pro-black Israelites, and we watched the video, he didn't say anything about Hispanics and Native Americans, which it's offending to me, because I come instead of being a so-called Seminole Indian. He ain't saying nothing about Seminole Indians and Hispanics.
Yeah.
It's just this whole blackity black and I'm black y'all spirit, and y'all sit in the middle of 5 points. Hey, you probably homeless, bro.
Right. And nigga think he Ethiopian.
Yeah.
He think he a Cushite.
Yeah.
He was only talking about Kush and the artifacts that the so-called white man stole from Ethiopia. Nigga, we not even Cushites.
Yeah.
Jake be lost, and that's why I always say, that's why the
Yeah.
scripture tells us that Jake be having a zeal, but it ain't according to knowledge. These niggas just be out here just winging it.
At the end of the day, it's that jailhouse knowledge, because he probably learned from He probably learned the Ethiopian crap from Haile Selassie, which a lot of you Hamites think that you have a direct line from the line of David, which goes from Perez to basically Obed and Jesse. When you read Esther, the last part of Esther, the fourth chapter, it ain't got nothing to do with you Ethiopians, bro. So Haile Selassie, he's a heathen. He has no part of our inheritance, man. You gotta go. And for you Jakes, man, I'm gonna say this too, man. You Jakes, you need to search the scriptures, man, because really, when you look at that royal line of Judah, it has nothing to do with Haile Selassie, man. You know, you gotta read Esther, the fourth chapter, the last part of the fourth chapter, and go down and read about the genealogy of Yahweh Shai, who the world aiming calls Jesus Christ, man. Ethiopians, the scriptures say you Ethiopians, you should be slain with the sword. That's what it says in the scriptures, man. So, are you blacks, you American Negroes, you have no idea what the hell is going on. You don't read. Here it is. This man said, "Don't read in slavery." Now we got the time to read, and you still in this jailhouse, back to Africa, Ethiopian crap, man.
Yeah, still trying to fight Esau, which, you know, we've got examples throughout history. Nat Turner would be the first one that should come to your mind as far as taking up arms and being carnal and fighting against Esau. It's not going to work. Also, what everybody always talk about, the Black Holocaust and so on and so forth, man, those are prime examples. Even if we did, every time Jake has tried to do their own thing outside of the truth, it always backfired. At this point, man, you know, the truth is the only thing that's actually working for us. Why? Because we realize at this point that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is our power, and this is the only way we actually going to get out of here, you know?
Yeah. Brother Rap, Acts 5:38 about Rashad. Since the brother made that point about how all these Jakes, since the time of Black Wall Street, have been trying to establish their own government inside of captivity. Nigga, we're under the curses.
Right.
We're in this devil's land, serving out of sentence. Anything that prevail according to man will be brought to naught. But if it be of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, it's gonna flourish and it's gonna bring forth fruit that's meet for repentance. If a brother got that, bring it out.
I got it. This is Acts 5 and verse 38. It says, "And now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught."
Yeah, so these niggas trying to get their artifacts back, sign a petition, and have Esau prove it. Think he just gonna give over shit. Think he just going, all right, you niggas got enough signatures. Here you go. Here go all this history we've been trying to hide from you niggas. You got enough signatures. Here you go. No, that shit be a man is gonna come to naught. Esau gonna shut that shit down. This nigga, you probably will never see him again. Esau have ways of hiding Jake. You know, that be on to something. Every time Jake is on to something, he may feel he's found a loophole in this nigga's system. Esau either gonna lock him up, he gonna either tarnish his reputation, or he gonna kill him. You know, keep reading.
He's gonna bury that information, man. He's gonna bury everything about you. You know, and through his carnal means, even through the money. You know, you've seen that through countless of lawsuits that Esau has against himself. When it comes to certain things, what Esau like to do is he'll take you to court and he'll keep pushing it back. But it's only certain amount of funds that you even have to continue to deal with this damn devil, man. He's gonna keep pushing it until you run out of money.
Yeah, you gonna milk your ass for all you got to where you just give up. You know what? I can't fight with this devil. I done fucking ran out of assets. I liquidated everything, and then because this devil is the master of unrighteous decrees.
Right.
He got a law, then he got a subsection, he got an A, B, C. So if you beat the main portion of what this nigga got, so he got subsection A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and it's gonna be you just gonna be in the hamster wheel, bro. This Jake, this devil, he know how to keep Jake under, bro. And if this be a man, all right, go ahead.
Kind. Verse 39 says, "But if it be of the most high."
But if it be of the Most High,
you cannot overthrow it.
This devil won't be able to overthrow it. So
Mhm.
us being on the street corner and teaching, because even the interviewer, he alluded to that. It's Israelites out here every weekend that's preaching and teaching, but there's no action behind it. So Jake, we want to see some carnal shit.
Yeah.
But we know that if he be of the Most High, Esau Edom cannot overthrow it.
Yeah.
That's why he ain't been able to run us off of these street corners.
Yeah.
You know, because the spirit is amongst us when there be two or more gathered in Yahweh Shem Yahshua's name.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and you know these other Israelite camps that don't have the truth. All right, they're gonna wither away when it's really time for what we're speaking to come to fruition, because they've been speaking things that were not of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yeah.
It's gonna come to naught.
Yeah, that example of DJ Grandmaster J.
Oh, what that nigga in prison?
Yeah, he in prison right now. You see what happened to him? He tried to be carnal. Look what happened to him.
Yeah.
You know, he had a whole military marching, trying to march on Esau. Esau was ready to send them drones on him, man. You know? So, hey, ultimately, man, you know, it came to naught, even in this time.
Yeah.
You know? But I continue on. It says, least happily ye be found even to fight against the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the Lord, matter of fact, read verse 39 from the top.
Kind. This is Acts chapter 5 and verse 39. It says, but if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it.
Yeah.
Least happily ye be found even to fight against the Most High.
Yeah, these niggas that's coming out of the carnal mindset, that shit is gonna be deaded.
Mm-hmm.
Those of us that's coming in the right spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, it's gonna flourish. And then when all these prophecies start to come to pass, such as the curses being lifted off of our people and being placed on Esau Edom, then they're gonna know that true prophets have been amongst them.
Mm-hmm.
But at that time, it's gonna be late, especially for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because this is who the message is for. You know, this Jake that we watched on Atlanta Street Interviews, he think he fucking from Ethiopia. Like, bro, these Jakes do not have the 100% truth, but they'll gain a following because our people, they always want to be in that Black Panther spirit. They always want to create a revolution.
Right.
And I was going through the comments, yeah, revolution, time for a revolution. Man, y'all niggas better sit down for Esau smoke y'all niggas.
Man, look, man, we in this holiday season of so-called Thanksgiving. Man, take your ass back to work on Monday. That's all Jay gonna do.
Yeah, bro.
Gonna clock in, that's it. Man.
Yeah, and heat your plate up from Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eating lunch in the break room.
That pork
What you got on now?
I got a precept right
Go
there.
ahead, bro.
2 Corinthians 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, but we are not ignorant of his devices. Now, when you look at that video from Atlanta Street Interviews, as we said, bro, me and this brother right here, we've been at GNS Atlanta camp about 7-8 years. We've been in some of these crucial spots where they interviewed this woman at, you know. So we've been in certain spots, and we know it's a lot of homeless people, man.
Yeah.
You know, who knows? Esau could have gave these people a couple $100 to do some interview, because the whole interview is off. You know, this woman is believing this bugged out man. So we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Esau, as we saw through this whole week, you know, we had Vocab Malone come up to this guy Taz from Sakari. Then we had Sakari roll up on the GMS Los Angeles camp.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, bro. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. Even that brother Benign, he did a video on being circumspect for the holidays, and it was a parody that these guys did on TikTok, whatever. And there was a guy coming outside. He was making fun of Jake taking out these plates for Thanksgiving, so to speak. And the guy that was questioning him, he had friends on his T-shirt. So we see the setup is real, man. We're not ignorant of Esau Edom, the physical manifestation of Satan on earth. We're not ignorant, nigga, what you trying to do. We see what's going on. You trying to use the other Hebrews like camps against us. Vocab Malone, he linked up with him. You know, you got these guys with the fringes on their T-shirts. Hey, they you know, we see what's going on, man. So we're not ignorant of what you got going on, because we know that persecution is coming, man.
Yeah, it's very giving age and activity.
Right.
You know, it's very sus. And we through the spirit we can sense it. We can see what you guys are on. But most of the Israelites that's out there that may be new to this, man, it's a lot of jakes that's faking the funk. You know, they're not really sincerely, truly about this thing, man. And really, a lot of them is really just set up like what is that movie Black Sheep, Black Ghost, or pretty much they misleading the flock.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna lead you straight to the slaughter. You know, it sound good and feel good,
Yeah.
but eventually, man, you know, it's gonna lead you to you know being thrown in the ditch. That's why I said the deceiver is.
Mm-hmm.
They both shall both fall into a ditch, roughly paraphrasing. You know, following after these people such as him. You know, this same individual, he's gonna lead you straight into a ditch. He's gonna lead you straight to the slaughter.
Yeah.
All right.
And we know that around this time of year, November, December,
Mm-hmm.
the persecution heats up.
Yep.
You know what? 2-3 years ago, it was that so-called Hebrew Israelite that attacked the Amalekites up there in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
So the narrative is always being pushed at the end of the year.
Yep.
We see the same thing going on and on and on. And if this guy DJ gets in, he's with the 1948. He's with the Tunnel Rats.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we'll see what happens as the year keeps progressing, man. But we see this stuff and we standing back and we're reporting it, man.
Yep.
We're reporting you, let you know this is some malarkey. Excuse my language, but it's some malarkey, man. I ain't gonna say the whole S word. It's some bull malarkey, man. When you look up and you're in the spirit and you see, you know, the Atlanta Street interview, then you see Vocab coming up and dealing with that with Sakari, and Sakari going to GMSLA. You know, it's a lot of 1 + 1 + 1 = 3.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of stuff you got to add up in the spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's right. And when you go into the word devices, it's the evil or wicked thoughts. So we're not ignorant of this devil's evil and wicked thoughts. We know ultimately he want to bring the world under one world order.
Yeah.
All right, by way of the CHIP. And Jake is totally oblivious to that, bro. In order to do anything in this man's system, it's going to be required of you to bow down to this devil. You know, that was it on the 2 Corinthians.
Yeah, that was it.
All right, let's get that word radical because, and then close the precept. Because the title was "My Husband is Radical, but he's not a cult leader." All right, so let's get the word radical.
This is radical in the adjective. It says originating from the root or ground of body parts or fluid. It says valid to life, but I'm gonna just get to the main pertaining or relating to the root or roots. It says figuratively meaning going to their origin essential from 1650s political sense of reformist is by 1817 the extreme section of British Liberty Party. The meaning unconventional is formed 1921. U.S. youth slang used is from 1983. All right, or suffer slang meaning at the limits of control.
Yeah, because I mean, really, a radical is an extremist, man.
Yes.
Going into it now.
You're gonna start to see that happen nowadays. You're gonna start to see extremists from all different views of life: Muslims, Hebrew Israelites, Democrats, Republicans. You're all gonna have some type of extremist view on how the country's supposed to be ran. Which we've been prophesying the downfall of Babylon the Great. We've been telling you people, hey, it's over with. So all your little radical, whether you so-called black, because when you look at the Atlanta Street interviews, this simple black woman says the kingdom of niggas. Ain't no kingdom of niggas in the kingdom of heaven. Okay, we heard the niggas before at 5 points. We already know what the business is, man. Okay, you people are recycled, man. All right, we already know what's going on as far as his ministry and how you're gonna try to come at the men of the Lord. Because right now, ain't nobody really saying nothing. But sooner or later, whether this current administration stays or the next guy DJ comes in, it's gonna be some rhetoric towards the Hebrew Israelites, man. All right, and we gotta prepare ourselves for that. because we start to pay attention to the Landry interviews, Vocab Malone coming up, Sakari coming up, and you Jakes, you get Unity. He's working with the people, bro.
Yep.
Why the hell is this guy Alazar going up to GMS LA for the fuck of it? Excuse my Brazilian Portuguese. He's going up there to gather intel, man. And you Jakes, you gotta be on a higher level alert. Be like, hello, you see the clues? No, okay. This guy Alazar alone has said so much stuff about GMS and the apostles and elders, and he's been carrying guns at camp. You can't see the bigger picture at the end of the day.
Yep. This is the radical, and now of radical. It says the 1630s in philosophy, in which this is the same tactic this damn devil used. I mean, it's a radical movement, but Esau used that tactic before. And Jake think they can use that same tactic. It's not. That's how you know it's a men. It's not of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because hey, that's a philosophy. That's a way of thinking that hey, I'm gonna use the same tactic that this devil used. Nah, he used it to the benefit of him, to especially get over on a lot of things, man. All right, it never worked out in Jake's favor, especially when you go into the history of these damn these elites. They work on both sides. They don't just work on one side. When it comes to wars, they work on both sides. And whatever side's favor them the most, or whatever side they decide they want to win, they go with that side. That don't benefit Jake. That's opposing to Jake, man. And a lot of you Jakes, man, that's why it's really agent activity. Because really, man, it's we know it's of Esau. But hey, man, Esau could have brought that individual in just to say that dumbass shit, man. Excuse my language, but it is what it is, bro. It sounds stupid. At this point, bro, it never worked. It never worked for our people going all the way back to the Black Panthers. It never worked. Why would you think that worked now? But continuing on, it says root part of the word primitive, verbal element serving as the root, or it says root of in effect, inflected, or derivative word. Political sense of extremist person who, which the brother you brought that out, the officer brought that out. It's an extremist group, It says person who holds radical principles, one who pursues a theory to its furthest limit is by 1802. So, hey man, this truth is not of our own thought. It's not of our own will. We didn't make this up, man. This is of all of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It's all of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, man. All right, we're not breaking this up, man. But Esau would see this as extreme, and that's what he's trying to paint it as. Extreme, we're radical, we're this and we're that, But he's all trying to loop us all together, in which through the Spirit, we're separating ourselves through the Spirit, and that's what the scriptures talk about. Separate yourself from this place, Right.
I got a precept, and we'll close out on that.
And really, what you mom and pop radical revolutionary spirits.
Mom and pop.
Because hey, you're gonna see more of that.
Right.
You're gonna see more of that. You're gonna see more Jakes bugging out. You're gonna try to come up against the government because some of y'all voted for Kamala, and you feel a certain type of way, and then you watch a couple of Hebrew Israelite videos, and then you charged up, and you got your own. Yeah, that's right. You got your own movement. No, bro. This is how we're gonna overcome. This is Revelation 12 and 11.
Yeah.
And they overcome him by the blood of the Lamb. The Lamb was Yahweh Shai, who the world only calls Jesus Christ. The Lord, at the end of the day, like it says in Exodus 14 and 14, the Lord shall fight your battles, and you shall hold your peace. Roughly paraphrasing. So all we gotta do is prophesy, man. I know it's boring. It's a lot of Jakes sitting here doing a lesson on Friday night, and we doing a sit down. I know you want to jump up and go after Esau.
Yes.
You gonna end up in jail.
Right.
You gonna end up behind them enemy walls. Okay, you're gonna get locked up, and you're gonna be looking stupid.
Yeah, that's why the nigga doing the interview couldn't fathom how we could go out every weekend and nothing in his eyes is happening.
Yeah.
But the nation is waking up, bro, by way of the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. And the Lord is only really, not really, the Lord is only gathering a select few
Right.
to fight this battle.
Right.
Not every nigga in dirty ass 5 points
Right.
the Lord is looking for.
Yeah.
And then, like the brother said, we know what kind of setting that is down there.
Right.
How are you even available to do a street interview if you're not down there homeless or on the street?
Yeah.
Nigga, when we did the work of Yahweh Shem Shai, we got in and got the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Nobody's hanging around dirty ass 5 points or even living in 5 miles of that fucking in a 5 mile radius of fucking downtown Atlanta.
Right.
Yeah, because the scripture saying wisdom of Solomon 1:4, wisdom should not enter to a malicious soul.
Yes.
So you grimy ass 5 points wherever you stay at, you could be in Opalaka in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
You probably got the same thought. You could probably be living in a Skid Row in Los Angeles and find the same thought. It's not gonna work, man.
Right.
This
Hey,
is
that's why we face so much contention down there.
yeah.
It was a constant battle every Saturday.
Every
bro.
Saturday.
Every Saturday. It was not a dull moment
Mm-hmm.
during camp on a Saturday in that place because, like brother said, wisdom could not enter a malicious soul.
Right.
It just wouldn't work for the spot that we was in for the niggas, man. That's why we had to shake the dust. And these other Israelites be wondering why we don't go to the hood and teach. For what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of that account in Acts 17 chapter
Mm-hmm.
where Paul was going to Mars Hill and everybody had a different philosophy.
Yes.
That's like Sinetter, what's up boy that's in jail right now? Polite.
Yeah.
Everybody had a different way of living. And you see what happened to Polite. He accused the apostle and elders of Great Millstone of being grapists, whatever. Now his ass in jail.
For a similar offense.
Yeah.
He was bearing false witness. This nigga actually in jail. So what they tell you?
Yeah. You can't come up against this truth. You can sit here and be like, they crazy with this video, man. But you come against brothers preaching the truth, you might be beyond them walls or be 6 feet deep, man.
Right.
This is the fairity in the fear of the Lord that we trying to impart to you. But y'all, it just fall on deaf ears. Them niggas on the top, they got dress, they got dressers on. You know. So I'm gonna finish this off. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 11. And they overcome him by the blood of the Lamb, which is Yahweh Shai, and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. So we got to get the testimony of Yahweh Shai. And if that means we got to give up our lives, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because we don't have no life here. Here it is. It's Friday night. We're doing this lesson, and then in next day and a half, we got to go to freaking work.
Yeah.
We got to go clock in for the devil. We got to go clock in for Amalek, okay? Because he owns these businesses. We don't own nothing. We getting sprayed over by chemicals every day. That's why the weather's changing up. You know, tomorrow camp's going to be 40-something because he's spraying chemtrails a whole week. So we don't have nothing to live for except for living in these scriptures, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why we are out here to tell our people what the business is, man. Beware these false, these spies and these agents, man, because they're not giving you life, man.
That was it on that precept.
Yeah, come on.
All right. Hey, so hopefully, this lesson or this sit down was edifying. To his elect number 2. We're gonna end it giving all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakodash.
Also, double honors to our elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom.
Shalom.